Imagine a city that was told for 20 years that professional soccer was a fever dream, a temporary hallucination under the neon lights of South Beach. For a long time, the Miami project was nothing more than a series of legal battles and empty parking lots. But look at us now. As we stand in the wake of the 2025 MLS Cup victory, there is a strange, electric tension in the air. We aren't just the retirement home anymore. We are the hunted. We entered the 2026 season with a target on our backs so large it could be seen from space, and after a stumbling start against LAFC, the critics started sharpening their knives. They whispered that the magic was fading, that the GOAT was finally slowing down. But what they don't understand is that in Miami, we don't just build teams. We build mythologies. Something is shifting in the locker room. A strategy so bold it might redefine how a dynasty is managed in the modern era. The secret isn't just about who is on the pitch. It's about the calculated silence before the storm of the Champions Cup. To understand where we are going, you have to look at the hands on the wheel. David Beckham provided the glamour, and the Mas family provided the steel, but the tactical soul of this 2026 campaign belongs to Javier Mascherano. El Jefecito didn't come here to be a babysitter for superstars, he came to create a machine. Following that historic MLS Cup win, where Lionel Messi defied the laws of physics once again to claim both the Golden Boot and the MVP, Mascherano realized that the 2026 calendar was a minefield. We are chasing domestic dominance and continental glory simultaneously. This isn't just about winning games. It's about a complex human puzzle involving icons like Busquets and Alba, and the rising stars who look at Messi not as a teammate, but as a living blueprint. The partnership between Beckham's vision of a global brand and Mascherano's relentless tactical discipline has turned Inter Miami into a club that functions like a European powerhouse, managing workloads with a surgical precision that feels alien to the traditional MLS landscape. Now let's talk about the moment that stopped every heartbeat fan's pulse. We've entered the rotation era. For years, the idea of benching Lionel Messi was considered footballing heresy, a crime against the fans who paid thousands to see a single touch of his left foot. But as we look toward the clash with Nashville in the Champions Cup, Mascherano has done the unthinkable. He has publicly stated that there is no hierarchy of trophies. They want them all. To get them, the unthinkable must happen. The GOAT will be withdrawn from the front lines periodically. To a diehard fan, seeing the number 10 in a training tracksuit instead of the starting Aron is a gut punch, but it's a masterclass in longevity. We saw it in those final 2 matches of the last campaign. 3 goals in 2 games, pure, concentrated excellence. By resting the king, Mascherano isn't sidelining him. He is weaponizing him. He is ensuring that when the lights of the Champions Cup final turn on, the most dangerous player in history is fresh, hungry, and ready to kill. It's a gamble that pits short-term spectacle against long-term immortality. The implications of this strategy reach far beyond the touchline of the current stadium. We are currently witnessing the final transformation of Inter Miami before it moves into its permanent cathedral, Miami Freedom Park. Every victory in the Champions Cup, every calculated rotation by Mascherano, and every MVP trophy hoisted by Messi serves as a brick in the foundation of that new era. Winning the 2025 MLS Cup proved we could conquer the United States. Winning the Continental treble in 2026 would prove we have conquered the hemisphere. The goal is to walk into Miami Freedom Park not just as a popular MLS team, but as the undisputed kings of CONCACAF. We are looking at a future where the academy players coming through the ranks aren't just prospects. They are kids who grew up watching the greatest to ever play the game win trophies in their own backyard. The Miami routine is no longer about survival. It's about establishing a standard of excellence that will last for 50 years. This is more than just a club. It's a culture. When you wear the pink and black, you aren't just wearing a jersey. You're wearing the colors of a revolution. We've seen the lows of the early years and the stratospheric highs of the Messi era. Now, as we march toward the Champions Cup and look to rectify that early season loss to LAFC, we need the heartbeat of the stands to be louder than ever. This is the time to go all in. Whether Messi is on the pitch for 90 minutes or coming off the bench to provide that trademark magic in the 89th, the mission remains the same. Total silverware. If you believe in the vision Beckham started, if you trust the steel of Mascherano, and if you still get chills every time the GOAT steps onto the grass, then you belong here. Join the ranks, subscribe to the journey, and let's make 2026 the year that Inter Miami becomes a name whispered with fear and respect across the entire world of football. Freedom is coming, the park is rising, and the king is still hungry.